right, welcome to another installment of the Fragments of Silicon Reviews. We've got three titles up this week, the first of which is a game called Mission Evilguy. No, that's not a typo or anything, it is called Mission Evilguy. As I understand it, the plot of the game is that you're trying to trap the evil guy via these contraptions or something. Like, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't really matter what the plot or the premise is about this game, because it's essentially fluff for what it actually is. And that is, it's a puzzle game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a logic-based puzzle game, where you have to watch the amount of tiles you move, among other things. Mm-hmm. It's not just...
It sounds like movement in this works like it did in the old, original roguelikes, where whenever you move, everything else gets to, quote-unquote, take a turn.
Yes, that's exactly. Now, mind you, you don't have to move for time to pass. There's a specific button that you can press to allow time to pass. Mm-hmm. And you do that because a lot of the... contraptions are, it's like opening a door, like with these red cubes. They are activated by sparks, and they move a block per time cycle, let's call them. And sometimes, especially if you're trying to go for the gold flags, I think, the optimal reward. Which is based off of how many tiles that you moved, and it will still count even if you don't, pass a turn, basically. You're gonna want to do this. And yeah, it's like I'm pretty sure we've seen puzzle games like this before. Mm-hmm. Maybe not in quite this combination. Kind of reminds me of Sokoban meets Super Hot. Not just in terms of time mechanics, but in general aesthetics. This has got a very clean, if dull look. It's like it's very gray.
Yeah.
It's like very gray or off-white. In both the tiles and the boxes, your color flourishes are the various objects. The red door, the red cubes, the electrical nodes, which are all blue. It's simple, it's clean, it's efficient. It's what you'd expect, and it works for what the game's going for. Like, let's see. The difficulty curve, it goes from training to hard, about the first episode, or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
I got, I mentioned last week I got stuck at the level 20. Never figured out how to get past that because the timing is really tricky. And, so I haven't seen past that, but, that is a consideration worth making.
Mm-hmm.
God. Yeah. And, as mentioned, this game is about as simple as it gets in terms of mechanics. Like actual controllable mechanics, it's like just the four cardinal directions and the move time forward button.
Mm-hmm.
guess that's all you really need. Like, it does have full controller support, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's something. And yeah, it's like there's just not a lot to this one. When, and we do occasionally get this, like, I'd say, it's like, I'd say the word to describe this is functional. Like, everything here is really functional.
Mm-hmm.
Not terrible, not, like, it's like the color flares for the different gizmos and gadgets are really the biggest flourish you're getting. It's not bad, it's just, it's kind of unexciting.
Yeah.
Like, as far as the actual puzzle elements go, once again, they work. But, this kind of puzzle game is not going to be for everyone.
No.
Like,
Did the graphics, like, visually... It seems like a fairly minimalistic 3D style. Does that work for you?
I mean, sure. It's like, for what this game is going for, it doesn't have to look all that flashy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought the graphics were fine.
I ask mostly actually as a point of comparison.
Yeah. Like, it's like this isn't a game you're really going to be playing for its aesthetical values, really.
Mm-hmm.
It's more, if you like logic challenges and all that stuff, if you like puzzle games, you're probably going to go for this. It's like depending on how well you're able to solve these kinds of puzzles, it's either going to be a fairly short game because the game only has 60 levels, or it's going to take you a long time because, well, once again, these do get harder.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, now we come to the price, and this is where I've got a problem, because this game is clocking in at $11.99. Yeah, this game is asking for $12, and no, it's not worth $12. I'd say $5-6. That would be, that would be the sweet spot here, easily. So, even if you like this kind of game, it's just, it doesn't have, like, and here's the thing, it only, I think it doesn't have much in the way of extra modes either, in that it doesn't really have any other modes. Like, your replay value is kind of restricted to getting the gold on each level, which is replay value, I will grant. But there isn't, there's no endless mode, there's no random mode, there's no building mode.
This game looks pretty buildable.
Yeah, that I gotta say, I was kind of surprised. I was kind of surprised to see that there was no create your own levels here, like. Yeah. And I think that it's the thing that, maybe in a sequel, because from what I'm seeing here, I don't think there's any kind of like DLC plans, like, or they're not making more levels. I could be wrong. Like, there could be a roadmap attached to this, and just I don't have access to that information. But what's presented here today at the foot of this review can't go the full Monty. And keep in mind, we're in the tail end of a Steam sale, a major Steam sale, so it's probably going to, and this game isn't on sale, so it's going to probably be a while before it does go on sale. As far as the product as a game, Mission Evilguy is, once again, I'd lead slightly above average. Like, I banged on about the aesthetics enough, but the actual gameplay, once again, it's fairly functional. But it's not something that held my attention for very long.
Same here.
No. So, yeah, I think that'll about do it for Mission Evilguy here. So be sure to tune in after the break. We'll be having a review of Warlock's Tower.